folks. Welcome to Skip-O-Matic's Model Mania. For those of you that are new or don't know, I'm Skip, and this is my occasionally useful assistant Earl. And we're just chilling out here at the workbench, taking a break from this build I've been working on all week. Decided we should maybe do an update, excuse me, an update about what's in the pipeline for upcoming builds and videos over the next couple 3 weeks, or maybe actually more realistically probably next month or two. And this actually started about a week ago. We were doing the same thing. We were sitting here chilling out, and I said, Earl, we don't have an idea. We don't know what we're doing. We need to come up with what our next build is. I said, so what do you think we should do next, Earl? And without hesitation, just like that, he came up with the next build. And I pretty much could have predicted it. And then I was thinking there, and he says, what do you think we should do? And I said, well, Earl, I said, I don't know, maybe, there's that one series of builds I've been wanting to do of, building models of cars that I used to own. Like, maybe I should start out with my favorite ones. And he's like, yeah, that's a good idea, Skip. I said, you're good. Let's do that. So he said, which one you want to do? And I said, well, we got one here that's open. I said, let's do that one first. And then then we sat here and kind of stared at each other for a minute. And I said, well, we need to come up with like 3 or 4 more or something. So we sat here for a few minutes pondering. We ended up both staring at the ceiling up in the corner, zoned out. And then, I don't know, seemed like, I don't know how long we were out. Then the phone rang, snapped us out of it. I said, you know what, Earl? I said, I'm busy, with this build, and I got other things going on. I said, I'm going to leave it up to you. Why don't you figure out what we should do next? I said, why don't you go rustle through the stash of models and pick out 3 or 4 and let me know what they are, and we'll do those. So he said, okay. So he scurried off into the Stashiverse and disappeared. I hadn't seen him for 2-3 days. I was starting to worry about him. I was thinking, oh my God, what if there was a cave-in or something and he's trapped or dead in there? And then it dawned on me that, well, 1, he's imaginary. He can't really die. And 2, short of a wood chipper, he really can't get physically hurt. He's a stuffed animal. So anyway, I get home from work Thursday, and here he is sitting here on the bench waiting for me, playing with X-Acto blades and sniffing glue. And he had a couple more boxes sitting here, and I said, oh, I see you found some. And he goes, yeah, I did. So I said, well, let's look them over. So here we go. We're going to show you what our next builds are going to be. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5. We've got 5 kits that are going to be in our lineup for the next ones to build. So the very first one that Earl picked out, and it probably won't be a surprise to anybody if you saw the review. We're going to... Oh, I think I better get this out of the way before it causes me more work. I'm not going to talk about this one because I'm getting ready to finish this up, and I got a video going on it, and this will be probably up in a few days, if not within the week. Let's get this out of the way. Alright. So the 63 Nova station wagon. This has been probably my most popular video, the review on this, what's in the box kit. I knew he would probably pick this because this has the little squirrel mascot in it. And of course, the narcissist that he is, he's expecting me to paint it to look just like him. This is what I have to live with, people. So I have an idea. I've been wanting to go ahead and build this anyway. The decal sheet that's in it gave me an idea how I want to build it. It is a curbside, but I am going to put an engine in it. The engine I want to put in it, my first pick, is going to be a little ambitiously imaginative. I'm not sure if it's going to work yet. Until I start building it, I'll know. But I have like a plan B and a plan C for an engine in it. So either way, it's going to have an engine in it. But my first choice engine, in my mind, is going to be pretty cool for how I want to build this. So that's going to be one of them. This may be the very next one. I'm not sure. And then the second one is going to be for cars that I used to own series that I want to start building. This was one of my favorite cars that I had. I remember even my dad enjoyed driving this car. So we're going to build this. I'm going to build it as close as I can to how I had the car. And so this will be a fun build. So we're going to do this one. I may change the engine in this one. This is the Super Sport, and it's got the 409. My car did not have a 409. Mine had a 283 small block Chevy. So I'm probably going to change the engine out in it. I know the engine in this kit's kind of clunky anyway. So I'm probably going to change this out and do a small block Chevy in it. And build it like mine was. And then he found another one that I had kind of almost forgot about. This is one I had started, so this fits in with the build I'm doing now. So this build I'm doing right now, this is a kit that I had started, and it's actually the first of another series I want to do, a finish it up, which are ones I started, put in the box, kind of forgot about, but I want to get them done, get them out of the way. So this will be number 2 in that series. I've already started on this. I got quite a little bit of work done on it. The inspiration for this build is, I got this picture. I don't have a whole lot of reference for this. This is a Corvette that was in American Graffiti, and it was in a couple of scenes at Mel's Drive-In. And I just really liked that, what I could see of that car. I just really liked it, and I've always been a Corvette fan, even back about the time this movie came out. When I was real young, I just fell in love with Corvettes, and so I'm building it to try as close as I can to what I can figure out from the photographs and the stills and from what I can see in the movie. You can see I've already started some of the stuff on it. I don't know what engine was in it, if it was, the 283 that should have been in it, or maybe even no, it's probably 283. This is like a 59 or 60 Corvette. But I got an engine I'm putting in that, so when we get to this, you'll see how this build is, where I'm at, started, what I got done, started on it, and where I got to go with it yet. So this will be another one. And then he picked out another one, which is going to be a fun kit. I've been wanting to do this one. It's been sitting there. All the other stuff you start getting, you forget about. And so this will be a fun build. The Jetsons spaceship, or their car, space car, whatever you want to call it. So this should be a fun build. I think this actually comes with the whole family, the figures too. So this will be cool to do. And then finally, and I should have been doing this because I've been wanting to do this for a while. Yeah, Kenworth T600A. I used to build, I loved big rig kits when I was a kid in the 70s, mid and late 70s. I built quite a few big rig kits. Don't have any of them left. Actually, I have parts of the Super Boss drag truck still that I did back then. It's pretty atrocious. I've since bought the new reissue of it so I can do it right. Plus, the new reissue. I have a complete kit now, so I have all the parts that I lost over the years. This model I bought in the 90s. I think it was when this kit was actually originally issued. I opened it up and I was going to start it. I think I glued the engine halves together and the transmission halves together, and that's all I did. And the biggest thing was, of course, at that time I was a new father, little, babies and stuff, and didn't have a really good place to work on it. And I remember the other mental block I was having was I couldn't figure out how I wanted to paint it. I just couldn't figure it out. It was a roadblock to me. And I didn't want to start the frame and everything, because determining how I was going to paint it may have determined how I was going to be painting my frame and chassis and everything. So anyway, I've had this kit a long time, since the early 90s. It's probably one of the oldest unstarted kits or the oldest I've owned. I mean, I've got kits older than this, but I haven't owned them since then. So yeah, I've owned this kit 30 years or better. About 30 years. Yeah, sorry. Zoned off into memory land. But now that Earl drug it out and I've looked at it, and I had this little epiphany, I was like, you know what? I got an idea for it now. And if it doesn't work out exact, what I've got pictured in my head, what I'm actually wanting to do, there's a variation of my idea that's still going to happen. So this will be my first big rig kit in probably over 40 years. And I've really been wanting to build another big rig kit. I've been buying up big rig kits and I haven't started building one. So this will be my restart into the big rigs I used to love when I was a kid. And that's going to be it. That's the ones we're starting. Let me get this out of the way. So I'm going to try and make this video as short as possible. That's it. That's in the pipeline for the next few builds. So anyway, until I get the video out on this one, we'll see you then. And thanks for watching, stopping by. And as always, subscribe, like, leave comments. In the meantime, have fun building your models. And we'll catch you later.